Hello, I'm Jennifer Woodward, and I'm super happy you're here. Today, we are going to dive into the 5 secrets for easy perimenopause. Okay, but we need to talk about you. Why are you here? Well, I think I have an idea. Maybe you have been struggling with an extra 5 to 11 pounds of like random fat that seems like it came out of nowhere. You haven't changed your diet, you haven't changed your exercise, and all of a sudden you can't even fit in your yoga pants, let alone your jeans. Maybe you're not sleeping at all. Maybe you can't fall asleep or you can't stay asleep. You wake up every single night between what? Maybe you're having worse PMS, worse cramps, worse periods than you've ever had in your whole life and almost feel like you're going through puberty again with your period. Maybe you're just exhausted every single day, no matter what. You literally feel like you could fall asleep anytime throughout the day, except at night when you're trying to actually go to bed, and then you can't fall asleep at all. Or maybe you are having increasing stomach issues, acid reflux, constipation, diarrhea, gas, bloating. I'm not afraid of any of those words. I'm not afraid. A lot of my clients deal with just that. So likely you are experiencing one or more, possibly all of these symptoms. But let's think back. Was there ever a time when you could slip into your favorite jeans effortlessly and feel lean and fit? Was there a time when you could sleep through the night and wake up feeling refreshed and energized and even excited for the day ahead? Was there a time when you could eat normal food and digest it, knowing that you'd totally have a normal poop the next morning? Was there a time that you could just laugh easily with your partner and your kids and be super present? Was there a time when you could exercise without feeling super exhausted? And maybe there was even a time that you could eagerly anticipate being intimate with that cute husband of yours. Let's talk about if this is for you. If you're with me so far and you're like, yes, give me the quick fix, give me the cheap program, this is probably not for you. All right. If you think that things happen to you instead of believing that you have a part in it, that you are responsible, for your outcomes, then this probably isn't for you. But if you're still here, you haven't logged off yet, then it probably is for you. If you're sick of being caught in the cycle of trial and error, trying all of the things and all of the things don't work, this is for you. If you're finally ready to invest in your own health, not just do, the easy thing or the free thing, then this is for you. And if you are an action taker, if you're like, yes, tell me what to do and I will do it, then this is for you. Here's my promise. You're going to learn the natural 5-step system that will help you feel lean, energized, rested, and content in as little as 8 weeks without crazy diets, intense exercise, weird supplements, or medication. I want you to be able to eat joyfully. I want you to be able to enjoy your family. And I want you to celebrate boundless energy and a healthy libido. Yes, even in perimenopause. Now, most of the girls I talk to, and myself included, we've tried it all. We've done keto and carnivore, Weight Watchers, plant-based diets, intermittent fasting, low-carb diets, low-fat diets, high-protein diets, isogenics, Arbonne, Optavia, B12, and then the diets don't work. So we're like, well, maybe we need to exercise more. So we do high-intensity interval training, jogging, marathon preparation, Orange Theory, CrossFit, cardio, weightlifting, and then like nothing, just like, oh, this exercise isn't working and I'm flabbier than ever, so I'm just going to sit on my couch. And then the exercise doesn't work. So we're like, well, maybe I should take all those supplements that Instagram is trying to sell me. So we'll do digestive enzymes and vitamins and herbs and shakes and pills and powders and potions. And then when those stop working, we're like, well, maybe I do have to go all of the frees, like gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, alcohol-free, coffee-free, but you're still not getting better. And that's really frustrating. I can tell you because I've been there. And you need to know it's not your fault. The real problem is that the old way doesn't work. I think we can all give an amen for that. The old way doesn't work. The old way of dieting has 73% of us overweight or obese. The old way of exercising, where you're like doing cardio all the time, has over 50% of women reporting that they feel completely burnt out in life. And the old way of this like superwoman syndrome, where women feel like they have to do everything or they're not enough, is giving women increased rates of anxiety, depression, chronic stress and fatigue, migraines, heart disease, strokes, and infertility. It's making it, the dying model is making it harder and harder for women to actually just feel like themselves, to feel normal. And here's why I say that. 47% of women have sleep problems, and these are all from Harvard Health Publishing, from Harvard Medical School. 35 to 50% of perimenopausal women are suffering from hot flashes. And you need to keep this in mind when I say stats like this. Published research, these are women who actually are clinically diagnosed. These are women who go to their doctors and their doctors record that my client has a sleep problem, or my patient is suffering from hot flashes. These do not include the hundreds of thousands of women who just suffer in silence and don't go to their doctor and aren't diagnosed with some of these things. So statistics are likely way higher than even what's reported. 20% of perimenopausal women struggle from severe anxiety or depression. 78% of perimenopausal women experience periods that lasted more than 10 days. I see that all the time with my girls. And we know that IBS symptoms increase as hormones decline. Now, if you're not a data nerd like me, have no fear. I think that's the last of my statistics. But from a personal perspective, I've been where you are. All right. I was a girl who struggled with weight my whole life. I remember being 12 years old and my grandfather telling me, "Hey, Jenny, I'll pay you $20 if you lose 10 pounds. And I was 12. And I was like, oh, I could do that. I want the money. So I tried. And guess what? That started my whole cycle of trial and error. So I put 15 years on there, but it's been longer than that, you guys. It's been since I was 12 years old. I'm 41 years old. So pretty much my whole adult life. Specifically with, hormone symptoms though, and really like dialing in on my weight and my energy, that's been 15 full years of trial and error. And as you know, because you're here, that makes us feel miserable and hopeless. Like you could see that look on my face. Like, like I am done. I'm over it. In this picture, I'm chubby. I am tired. I am not feeling my best. I have definitely been where you are. And today I feel better. I really do, you guys. I'm going to share with you a lot about that today. During those 15 years, I thought to myself, like, feeling good cannot be this difficult. None of it actually made sense to me. So after a long period of time, I believe the Lord God led me to FDN, Functional Diagnostic Nutrition. What I love about FDN is it's evidence-based. We are looking at functional lab work that talk just about your body. It's not your sister. It's not your best friend. It's not your mom. Like we're getting data on your body. And that was a huge game changer for me. It was a game changer for my husband who was like, well, you're not guessing anymore. We're actually getting labs and you actually have, what's going on in your body in black and white. Like, yeah, I'll pay for that. I was like, oh, cool. This is great. And, really getting that data changed a lot of things for me, you guys. After just a few months, I had more energy. I was sleeping so much better. My libido was back. I was losing weight and my tummy issues were fading away. And you can't see my after picture, so my Canva must be a little bit off, but it looks a lot different from my before picture. And honestly, we could go back here and see like I feel better. Like I was able to lose that extra weight. My energy is up. Everything just feels better because I found the data. And here you can see like I'm hiding behind my kids. I'm so puffy. I actually think I had been like drinking before this, like just trying to get through the day. So I just didn't look healthy. I didn't feel healthy. But after going through the process of running the labs and really applying this, not just having the head knowledge, but applying it, I started to feel so much different. And it's not just me, you guys. Like, I don't want to read all of this for you. You can take a screenshot, but my clients feel the same way. Lana has lost weight. She is in clothes that make her feel great. My clients, come in with persistent bladder infections here. My client had not had a bladder infection in 6 months after seeing those happen every 6 weeks. Even emotional issues were taken care of. My client here has not had a hot flash for 2 days, was sleeping longer than she was sleeping before. She was waking up every hour with a hot flash. So, all of those symptoms that you're struggling with can be taken care of, right? Welcome to Easy Perimenopause. This is the new way to gracefully sail through perimenopause while loving your metabolism, digestion, energy, and even your life without intense exercise or starvation. What does the program look like? That's why you're here. You want to know. Like, I don't want to make you stay till the very end till I give you what I can give you. This is what you'll get if you work with me. All right. You will have 5 steps that we work on: diet, rest, exercise, stress management, and proper supplements based on lab testing. So that last S is supplements. We will run 5 labs on you. And honestly, this is my pitch. If you do stick around to the end, I am going to throw in an extra lab that's really going to help us look at your brain chemistry. It's going to be 5 months of working together. So 5 steps, 5 labs, and 5 months. And here's what you will get. You will get access to the labs you actually need. You will get the right data. So this makes it a little bit more husband approved. You are going to start feeling better. Most of my clients in a week or 2, but definitely less than 4 weeks. Everything is tailored to you, and there is no more guessing. So you will get to work with me also, like you will have access to me. I've worked with over 900 women, over the course of the last almost 10 years. So stick around a little bit longer because I do want to tell you more about this, but that's basically the gist of it. It is coaching with me and all of the labs so we get real data on your body. Is this the life you want? You wake up in the morning and you hate your body. You can't wear your clothes. You can't go out to eat or celebrate with friends because you're worried you're going to have tummy issues. You never want to have sex with your husband. You worry that husband actually might leave you because your moods are so bad. You can't be present with your children because you're always worrying about your own health, and you don't have the energy to be a fun mom, a fun wife, or a fun friend. And honestly, you're sick of faking it. You put on that happy face when you go out, but I know you feel like shit because I did too, and it's not the life I want. Let's talk about the keys to success. We're going to run the labs that actually show us real data on your body. No more guessing. You get to stop dieting once and for all. You get to eat the food and the calories that your body needs to optimize craving control. You get to throw away all of that over exercise that's worsening your adrenal fatigue. We're going to talk about that more in a second. You're going to get the right supplements for your body based on lab work. So think about buying only 4 or 5 supplements every 6 months instead of like 20, like I was doing off of Instagram's recommendations, right? And we're going to reset your nervous system so that you can sleep and so that your body can handle stress. With this framework, we are not guessing. You're going to wake up excited. You're going to have an abundance of energy. You just have to decide what you're going to do with it. You're going to feel sexy and actually like having sex for the first time in years. Your stomach is going to be able to digest anything. You're going to poop normally. And while you're here, your perimenopause, PMS, weird periods, and moodiness are going to be almost non-existent. I can tell you that because I see it every single week in my practice. And you get to stop going from health professional to Instagram guru to workout with no results. So you save money and you save time because you're not guessing anymore. Oh, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Jennifer. I help women have an easy perimenopause with happy tummies, fast metabolisms, and plenty of energy so that they can love their families, work, and life. A little bit more about me. I have 4 kids. I love being a mom. I've been married to my high school sweetheart for all intents and purposes for a very long time, decades. I'm a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner and a board certified functional wellness coach. I have my master's in integrative nutrition, and I was a guest lecturer in endocrinology at Parker University in their master's program. That was super fun. I was a former executive director of the Grad Association for FDN. Now I run their business school after creating that a couple of years ago. I've been speaking on podcasts and webinars for the last few years, specifically on perimenopause. Now we're just up to, I'm sure, over 30 or 35. I literally just got off a summit where I got to talk about perimenopause. It's my jam. It's what I love to do. I've worked with over 900 women all over the world. I do have a 5-star Google rating if that's important to you. I kind of like Amazon reviews. And I got to work with, fun fact, a 10-time platinum recording rock star and his girlfriend and his stepmom and his sister and his dad, actually, because he's like all into this stuff. So that's been fun lately. But that's just me, and that's what I do. And remember, I've struggled. I've been there. And what I've done now, is been able to crack the code, like putting in all this time and effort and energy and education and money and prayer into, trying to figure out how to help me so I can help you. Now I've realized, man, we need to run the labs that actually show us real data on your body. We need to make sure that you are stopping dieting once and for all. And really at the end of the day, we have to stop that stress bucket overflow. We have to. Getting to help women like you is just really fun for me. I love it. And here are some of the places I've been featured. Now, you need to know that there is a problem with the industry. All right. And we kind of talked about that. These diet and exercise programs deplete you. Your protein and potassium levels keep going lower, and you keep craving things that make you feel like crap. Because when you don't have enough protein or enough potassium, your body is biologically programmed to go out and keep getting food, to keep hunting for food, just so that you can get enough protein and potassium. That's a fun fact that not many people know. Exercise programs are really set up for healthy young males. No woman should be out there doing cardio 5, 6, 7 days a week. And here's the biggest problem with the industry. No one's getting you access to the right labs. So, can you relate to this uterus? Happy uterus. Mad uterus, right? This is a lot of us in perimenopause. The outdated model has us intermittent fasting, doing all these mid-level marketing, multi-level marketing schemes, being even on, medication, Synthroid or natural desiccated thyroid or Lexapro or Prilosec. It has us on progressively low calorie diets and Orange Theory and running half marathons and on a shit ton of supplements. And then also, punishing ourselves and then restricting ourselves and then binging and then punishing and restricting and binging. And it also has us doing lab work that just doesn't tell us anything. TSH, cool. Comprehensive metabolic panel, cool. Doesn't really tell us anything. These things work, but they work for a time, only a time. And then what is the return on your investment? Do you want to do things that old and broken way, or do you want to do things the way that works? My breakthrough is that you don't need all of that stuff. Like literally do not need all that stuff. You can throw it all away. You and I, we want the same things. Again, I've been there. We want balanced mood. We want daily joy and contentment. We want deep sleep at night with really good energy throughout the day. And we want to know what foods to eat to look and feel good. And of course, we want happy, healthy hormones in perimenopause. Now, you need to know that you are a special unicorn. If you didn't already know that, let me tell you, you are a special unicorn. All right. What works for your mom, your sister, or best friend won't necessarily work for you. So let's get into those 5 secrets to an easy perimenopause so you can love your metabolism, your digestion, your energy, and your life without intense exercise or starvation. And I want you to write these down. I have 5 secrets for you. So write them down. The first one, you need to eat more. Okay. Women are not sick. They are starving. When I have women track their food for me, they're getting 900, 1200, 1500 calories a day. No, you're starving at that point. And so your body is going to reach out and start, giving you all these symptoms because it needs you to pay attention to it. If you're starving, you're going to present as sick. But your body is either in cell defense mode or energy creation mode. If it's in cell defense mode, it shuts down and you almost feel like you're hibernating. So your thyroid starts to fall apart, your metabolism starts to slow, your energy goes way down and you're tired all the time. That's cell defense mode. What we need to do is get you to energy creation mode. And in energy creation mode, you're thriving, you're energized, you're happy, you're content, you sleep great, and your libido's back. And so doing that entails you getting enough food. It takes 2,000 calories a day at least for a woman just to function. But as you starve it over the years, your body starts slowly shutting down. And as we talked about, your thyroid lowers, your digestion starts slowing down, your body temperature lowers, you're cold all the time, your libido's gone, your hair starts falling out, your skin looks old and agey, your nails get brittle and cracked, and your immune system sucks. So you get every cold that your kids bring home, or you become autoimmune. Now, this is the fight, flight, or freeze response. The body is going to be stuck in one of those modes. Usually at this point, it tends to happen around perimenopause. Secret number 2 is that your exercise routine is kind of killing you. Adding intense exercise to an already depleted body just releases cortisol. Cortisol is a glucocorticoid, and so it releases glucose into your bloodstream every time it itself is released. So when you're stressed out, your body produces cortisol. It's also releasing glucose. Glucose in the bloodstream in large levels is going to lead to insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is going to give you a fat belly. And a lot of women in perimenopause struggle from that belly fat, right? Because they've been over dieting and over exercising for so long. With the weight gain leads to HPA axis dysfunction. So your brain, your hypothalamus, and your pituitary tell your adrenals to output even more cortisol, which gives you even more belly fat. You can see that this revolving door is no bueno. Your nervous system starts to really shut down. So you go into either extreme sympathetic nervous system dominance, where you're stuck in fight or flight mode, or you go into extreme sympathetic nervous system dominance, where you're stuck in freeze mode and you're paralyzed and you don't know what you should get at the grocery store, what you order when you go out to eat, or where you want to go on vacation, or even, if you should hit the yes or no button, on something online, you just don't know what to do. You're in that freeze mode. Secret number 3 is that you're not superwoman. I think you are. I promise. I think you're superwoman, and all your people think you're superwoman, but You're not Superwoman. Since college, you've probably been overstressing, under eating, over dieting, and under sleeping. And now that you're perimenopausal, that starts to catch up with you. And your body shuts down as you push it to do more. You say yes to everything that your kids' school asks, yes to everything your church asks, yes to everything your kids and husband ask, yes to everything your friends ask, yes to everything random strangers ask. And you just can't do it anymore. So again, your body pushes into that fight, flight, or freeze mode. The fourth secret is that nothing works without data, right? Data is where it's at. You've likely had the wrong lab tests and you need to hear it again. You're not sick, you're malnourished. The right data is going to give you the right tests for hormones, for gut issues, for food sensitivities, for thyroid function, minerals, heavy metals, and also brain function. You need to know that your symptoms are not a Prozac deficiency, they're not a pill deficiency, and they're not a Prilosec deficiency. They are true anomalies, imbalances in the body, and only the right lab test can get you the answers that you need for the right data so that we can go in and provide a rebalancing plan. And again, without the right data, you're basically stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze mode. Your stress bucket is overflowing. The last secret is that this is really, really, really hard to do alone. And I know this for a fact because it wasn't until I myself hired expert coaches that I built my business, that I actually became sober after struggling with alcohol addiction since I was 15, that I was able to finally lose those 15 pounds you saw, in my first couple of slides, that I started strength training and feel really confident to, start recomposing my body by strength training and being in the gym and lifting heavier. It wasn't until I hired an expert coach that I was able to optimize my macronutrients and really dial in my nutrition. And it wasn't until I hired expert coaches that I have been able to finally help my digestion, one of my strongholds. So I need to tell you, if I, with, 3 jobs and 4 kids and a million things to do, like I know you have all the same things, but if I have the time and the wherewithal to do this, so do you. I promise. I did all of those things with coaches' help with a busy life. So you also do have the time and you do have the courage to do this. You just need help because you're probably stuck where I was stuck in that fight, flight, or freeze response. And it's just not a great place to be. As a health coach, I believe that perimenopausal women have the right to a hot body, strong digestion, tons of natural energy, restful sleep, and a flaming hot libido, or a warm libido, a lukewarm libido. And remember, this doesn't just work for me. Kristen, stopped having hot flashes. She was sleeping through the night. Her panic attacks stopped. Her mom said, I don't even know what Jennifer did, but you're a different person. And she reported being happier. Kenzie, one of my favorite, stories is, in just the first month working together, she had her first regular cycle without birth control in over 5 years. She lost 20 pounds, right? Kenzie really, really kicked a booty with her protocol. She, was able to mitigate her Crohn's symptoms. She wasn't affected anymore by, those years and years of birth control. And by the time, we finished 3 months together, she was down 30 pounds with lots of energy. I know you want to love your family. I know you want to love your job and your life. I also know you've had a hard time doing that lately because I've been where you are, where you're just exhausted and tired and so focused on your health that you just don't know where to turn. You don't know what to do. I do want to give you hope. All right, we can ditch that medication that's not doing anything. Synthroid, right? Your Lexapro, it's not working anymore. I'm not a doctor, so I don't diagnose, treat, or prescribe. So when I say something like that, it would be with the, advice and inclusion of your doctor, if that's something you should so desire, because FDN is an opt-in model of self-care. You're also going to be able to stop waking up early to punish yourself with exercise. You get to stop eating vegetables and salads that are tearing up your tummy and really have little nutritional value. If you think about where your ancestors are from, was your great-great-great-great-grandmother going out to hunt and gather a kale salad? Nope, she probably wasn't. So we'll talk more about that, in our one-to-ones. But suffice it to say, I haven't eaten broccoli in 3 years and I'm so much happier. If you love broccoli, that's fine. But my stomach didn't love broccoli. You also get to stop starving yourself. In Easy Perimenopause, we learn how to speed up your metabolism, soothe your tummy, and stabilize your hormones. Let's talk about metabolism. These are the questions that a lot of my clients ask and the answers you will get as we start running these labs. The answers to why you've gained 5 to 11 pounds suddenly, why you're freezing cold and exhausted all the time, and why you're losing muscle and gaining fat. I can't give you all the answers to those right now because it's going to be bio-individual based on your lab results, on the hormone testing and the thyroid testing and the mineral testing. But I can tell you that we do find answers for these questions very quickly. When it comes to your tummy, we're going to find answers as, why you're bloated all the time, even though you're eating healthy, why you're struggling with constipation and diarrhea, why you have acid reflux, why you can't tolerate your favorite foods, and why your poor tummy hurts all the time. From a hormone perspective, we're going to figure out the answers as to, why your period is so clotty and heavy, why you're skipping periods or having extra periods, why your PMS is divorce-inducing worthy, and why you're so irritable all the time, why your cramps are worse every month, and why your little boobies are so sore. I know, again, like all of us, we've tried it all. The diets, the supplements, biohacking, cold plunges in your pool in January. Anyone? Yeah, that was a bad idea. I did it. I thought it would help. It didn't really help. We've gone from doctor to doctor. We've pieced together information from Instagram, Google, your girlfriends, books, and blogs. And you've already gotten some labs. You've done regular labs from your doctor. Maybe you've even done like Everlywell or some at-home testing, and it's still, your symptoms are lingering. With my system, with Easy Perimenopause, you get to stop feeling crazy. You're going to enjoy your family and your life again, and you're going to have energy, a libido, and great digestion. And the best part is that even if you've tried all those things we already talked about, and even if you have multiple symptoms, this is going to work for you. It's worked for over 900 women. It works. Are you going to feel perfect? I mean, let's be honest, there is no perfect this side of heaven, right? But can you feel much, much better and like yourself again, and even better? Yes, you can, 100%. The only reason I can tell this to you is I've been through it, the good, the bad, and the real ugly. Like, are you putting a picture of yourself in your too small Lululemon shorts and sports bra on a webinar? No. Lucky you. So what would you rather have? Would you rather be piecing it together yourself, trying all the low cost or free interventions that might work for one person or another person? Or would you rather have every single puzzle piece that you need to put that puzzle together? You are worth it. I had to decide that I was worth it, and when mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, right? You've heard the analogy. You've got to put on your own oxygen mask in that airplane before you can put on your child's oxygen mask. You have to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. You don't take care of yourself because it's selfish. That would be selfish. You take care of yourself so that those who depend on you also get taken care of by their favorite person, you. Kristen said I could literally talk to you for hours about all the struggles I've had with hormones, endometriosis, pelvic pain, fibroids, cysts, surgeries, and even having an ovary removed. After going through, my program, for the most part, she says my symptoms have either subsided completely or they're very minimal. There's Kristen, pretty Kristen right there. Man, I love her. We also have Julie, who you can see lost a ton of weight. That was a side effect of her feeling better and running the labs and doing the right things. We have Amanda here, who I just love to see. Like, Amanda's beautiful. Like, we do Bible study together. She is a mentor to me, and I just love her. But you can tell here, like, she's not happy, right? Fast forward to her feeling healthier and fitter and having dropped weight in perimenopause. Like, she just looks happier here, right? Like, and that's kind of how we are as women. Like, if we feel better on the inside, we're going to look better on the outside. And I don't think I'm the only vain one here, right? Like, we all have a little bit of vanity in us. We also want to look good, right? And so eating the right foods and getting the right tests and, implementing the right protocols definitely helps with both of those. Remember, if this mama can do it, then so can you. You really can. Your husband needs you. Your kids need you. And like, this world needs you. Like, who run the world? It's girls, right? We know our men run the world. I know. I'm a really good submissive wife all the time. But like, we have a lot to give. Women are nurturers. We're creators. We give out. We push out. And so there are so many people in this world that need you, that could be benefited by your energy and your attention and your love. But you don't have to do it alone. And you certainly don't have to reinvent the wheel. So here's how I can help. I'll get you those 5 labs you need to get on hormones and digestion and minerals and thyroid. And I'm going to throw in, actually, if you do decide you're booking with us, if you do decide that you want to work with us, then we're actually going to throw in that 6th lab about neurogistics, that neurogistics brain panel. It's a beautiful way for us to measure why you're struggling with cravings or depression or anxiety or irritability or even food sensitivities. It is a fantastic lab that I want to share with you because it's helped me personally. It's helped so many of my women. What else I can do? I can support you through real life, through vacations, through kids' birthdays, through sicknesses, through, being overwhelmed and stressed. Like, that's my specialty because that's my life, and I know how to support my women through theirs. I can teach you body literacy so that you know what your body's saying to you and when, and how to interpret that, how to solve the issue, and encourage. So that's what I love doing for my clients. To make a list of the things that you've tried that haven't worked. So when you come into the call to talk to us, it might be me, it might be my team members. We want to talk to you about, like, what have you already done and what's kind of failed you? We want to know, like, is there something in the past that's kind of worked for you? And then I want you to write out the main reason that you're ready and willing to change. All right. A lot of us are like, well, I want to change so I can fit into my jeans. But then I'm like, well, why do you want to fit into your jeans? Well, because I want to feel fitter and, sexier. Well, why? Well, because I feel like my husband and I haven't really had a great relationship these last couple of years, and I don't know if that's due to, my hormones or whatnot, but I don't feel as, energized and joyful in my marriage as I should. Well, now we're getting somewhere. That's a good why. So you write down a why, and then you take it another level and say, well, why do I want that? And then take it another level and say, why do I want that? We're going to discuss it on your call. We want to know about you. Easy perimenopause works even if you're already so overwhelmed that you don't know if you can add one more thing. We are experts in helping you with that. Easy perimenopause works even if you're scared to commit, because if you're like me, where you're like, I got this for 7 days or 14 days or 2 months, but then like, F it, if it's not like 100% working, I'm out. We are going to help you follow through and help you realize, it's not an all or nothing mentality, that there are habits that you can establish that are going to be really helpful for you long term. We help you with that. And easy perimenopause works even if you're not sure your husband's going to go for it. Man, you show him that data, you're like, I get 6 lab tests that show you why I've been crazy. Actually, you're not crazy. And you're going to see that in your labs. Like, so many women say that to me. Oh my gosh, I'm not crazy. There's something wrong with me. Yes, girl, we got you. But even if you're not sure your husband's going to go for it, he's like, I'm going to spend money on you and I'm going to get some real data back. And then we're going to do something about it. Like, oh yeah. So you have a choice now. All right. You get to work with me, work with us, like, be part of our program, or you can go back and do it the same way you've always done it. And I don't think you'd be here, especially right now, like to the end, if you weren't ready to change. So we would love to support you in that change. Thank you for being here. Look forward to chatting with you on a call, and we'll see you soon. Bye.